For Thursday, for my pick, I'm going with the Orioles run line. And Tyler Wells, he's the starting pitcher for the Orioles. He's been amazing to start this year so far. He's a good young pitcher. They don't have a lot of starting pitching in the Orioles, so he's been really good for them. He's going up against another Tyler Anderson, who first year with the Angels hasn't been too good, although he was really good with the Dodgers last year. So look for Tyler Wells, who's been nailed so far to dominate, and the Orioles to get the win. And how about your hits for Thursday?
My hit for Thursday comes from the same exact game. Luis fucking Arias, hit machine, hit machine. He's been taking off all this year, and he could win. He could win the potential.
Batting
He could win a
title.
potential batting title from the from like the like National League, American League batting champion, right to the next league, National League, and he
Oh
could
yeah,
become the
for
batting
sure.
champion there too.
For Thursday, I'm going with the good, the bodyguard. Anytime I'm looking at Shohei Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Sexy beast, man.
Oh yeah. They're going up against the Yankees, Nasty Nestor. Bo Bichette so far in his career is 5 for 10 against Nasty Nestor. The lefty-righty matchup, Bo Bichette for Thursday to get a hit. All right, how about Friday? What do you got on there?
Friday, I like the Red Sox plus 1.5, assuming that the Red Sox come out as underdogs
Yeah, the Padres, they got Blake
over the
Snell, former
Padres.
Cy Young
Yes,
Award winner.
great weekend matchup. There are like a whole plenty of like great weekend matchups over the
Oh
weekend,
yeah.
but like the Padres and Red Sox should be
Red Sox
one
are
to
on fire.
watch. Considering that, like both teams are kind of in their own kind of like their own kind of like losing streak right now, going into like the week, especially Padres coming off a tough series against LA, and the Red Sox coming off a tough series against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Both teams should look to hopefully try to pick it up and heat up again.
As of Monday here, the Padres have lost 5 straight, the Red Sox 4 straight. So that'll be interesting to see if they could heat it up going into that weekend series. For Friday, I'm going with the Marlins money line. It's going to be this Sandman, Sandy Alcantara, the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner, against Anthony DeSclafani of the Giants. It's the Sandman. He's pitching in San Francisco. I think that's a really good ballpark for him to pitch in.
Can
It's a
I just
pitcher-friendly ballpark. I think he'll have success against that lineup.
Yeah, also Cardinals. What the hell are you guys doing, man? Trading Randy, Sandy, and
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, have you seen, I know over on Twitter the past couple of years,
the
like
memes.
people have made full on like all-star squads of all the guys that the Cardinals used to have in their organization. I mean, it's just amazing how many guys have blossomed in other organizations.
Yeah, I mean,
Look
but
at Zach Gallen. They have Zach Gallen as well.
oh, I forgot about that, man.
I mean, it's just crazy the amount of guys.
Yeah, especially like Randy, though, man. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
one
look
that
at
just
the
like
Rosa
pops in your
Maria,
head. Like, dude, like he barely got any playing time
Alcantara,
ever.
Gallen. Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy.
yeah.
All right. And then what about your hit for Friday?
Friday, I got my hit to be Corbin Carroll, baby. My man, Corbin. Hopefully, NL Rookie of the Year
It's
is
gonna be James
almost
Zalman.
going to be him or Dominic Fletcher,
It's gonna be
guaranteed.
James Zalman.
Stop
And
talking to this Dodgers fan, man. Like this man's so biased. But
it's gonna be James Zalman, man.
James
Hey, you
out.
want to talk about Joe here? That's James Zalman, man.
Man. Maybe, but right now he's got to he's got to come out of that slump, man. That rookie
Yeah, I
slump.
mean, swinging and missing right now, but hey, he can launch one and you can forget about those 3 strikeouts before. All right, my hit of the week or hit for Friday is going to be Anthony Rizzo of the Yankees. He's been on fire of late. He's going up against the Cincinnati Reds in Great American Small Park, as we love to call it because it's a bandbox. And Luke Weaver is going to be the pitcher for the Reds. Look for Rizzo to get a hit on Friday.
Man, that is a good point.
Oh yeah. So now we're looking into Saturday. What do you got for Saturday?
Saturday, I'm going short, sweet, simple. Astros money line against the A's. A's fans, I pray for you. As a Chicago White Sox fan, I kind of feel for you guys a little bit. But
Yeah.
seriously, please get a new location and stadium. Like, please. Holy, oh my
Maybe
God.
maybe an owner too that invests in the team and actually wants to spend. I mean,
I mean, like,
think about
they
all
were
the
good a few
players.
years
Think
ago,
about
though.
all the players that they traded away. Matt Chapman, who would probably be the starting third baseman in the American League right now for the All-Star game. Matt Olson, Sean Murphy. I mean, that's just some big time
All like
names.
like
Marcus Semien.
God, like everybody like is like probably like everybody like everybody like who like we just talked about is probably like somewhere in like the like MVP conversations and like
Oh yeah,
like they're
Chadwick
like
Olson's gonna hit a
their
lot of homers.
respective leagues.
He's gonna get a lot
So
of RBIs with Acuna right in front of him. Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, so I got the Astros money line. Look for that and look for Jordan to go deep maybe.
For Saturday, I'm taking the Rays run line. They're going up against the Brewers. It's going to be at FS1. It's going to be a great matchup. Zach Eflin is the pitcher for the Rays. Man, is he sneaky good. He's exactly the type of
Great
pitcher the
pickup.
Rays seek. He's a guy that throws strikes.
Not
He's
expensive.
effective. He's not expensive. He's been phenomenal so far this year. And on Saturday, the Brewers are likely going to go with a combination of Colin Ray and Eric Lauer. The Rays' offense has obviously been the best in baseball this year. They have like five guys with like a 160 plus OPS. I mean,
Yeah,
they're crazy, crazy good. So the Rays run line on Saturday, and I'm going to stick
it's
with it
Reka
for the
Bay,
hit.
baby.
I'm taking Wander Franco to get a hit in that game. I mean, man, is he good? He's become a superstar this year if he wasn't already.
Yeah, I mean personally, I prefer Randy, but I
Yeah,
also
I
like
mean, we're both in
Wander.
superstars, and you gotta, with Randy Wolf, right?
Yes, sir. But anyway, though, for my hit for Saturday, going to prime time Saturday night, Fox Network, baby. Freddie Freeman, man, this guy has been stinging baseballs like for probably like 10, 15 years almost now.
Oh yeah.
And like he's going to continue, especially in primetime matchups. He thrives so much in those like like clutch like
Freeman's a big time
matchups.
player. He won the MVP. It was a shortened 2020 season, but I think now, I mean, how many more seasons does he have? One or two more, and he
Probably,
puts that up, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I
Yeah,
would
I don't
say
think he
probably
is.
at least two more. But
Yeah, he's
yeah.
in the
Anyway,
Hall of Fame territory for sure now.
yeah, for sure. Anyway, though, look for Freddie Freeman against Jack Flaherty, who's kind of like trying to like figure himself out
Yeah, he
still
had a really
after
good
coming
game
back from
though today.
injury.
But yeah, other than that, the diminished
Yeah,
velocity with Flaherty, and hey, guess who caught Jack Flaherty tonight on Monday night here? I believe it was supposed to be Wilson
yeah, it was
Contreras.
supposed to be. That's right.
Let
Did
me
you hear
double
about
check
that?
on that.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully Wilson will become that catcher,
It
the
was
defensive
the
player he
it
wants to
was your
become.
favorite team's favorite catcher, Wilson Contreras. He caught Jack Flaherty. So, he's definitely going to catch him on the weekend game there on Saturday night.
Yep, for sure.
And what do you got for Sunday?
Sunday. Let me look at my picks. I got the Angels run line against the Twins. It's going to be a very good pitching matchup. Otani against Pablo Lopez, the probables for that game. But man, like, oof, I just like I cannot pick against Shohei, man. Like Shohei, even though like even though Shohei had a rough time today against the Baltimore Orioles, that Twins offense is nowhere near as
He had
good
a
as the
tough time
Orioles
only on the
offense.
pitching side. He was a double
Yeah,
away
that's
from
right.
the
It's the
cycle,
offense
four
side.
hits. Yeah, I mean Otani in his past couple starts, he's been giving up the gopher ball, a lot of home runs, but he's still been a very effective getting a lot of swing and misses. I agree, that's going to be a great pitching matchup, but you can't vote it.
You
You can
can't bet
never
against
bet
Otani
against
ever. Like it's just
the
like
best
it's a
player ever.
unwritten rule in
Yeah, all
baseball
right. For,
betting.
for Sunday, I'm going with the Rangers run line. Andrew Heaney is a probable pitcher for the Rangers. He's been really good, carrying over what he did last year with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Heaney has been phenomenal. That Rangers offense has been one of the, I think, a top five offense. They're at home against the Colorado Rockies. A great team
This
to bet
ain't Coors
against when they're on the
Field.
road. Yeah, a great team to bet against when they're on the road. That Ranger ballpark is more of a pitcher's ballpark.
Yes.
So Andrew Heaney is the pitcher with the Rangers run line on Sunday. And then who's your hit for the
Judy,
Sunday?
baby. Let's go. Team Mexico, baby. Let's go. Alex Verdugo, man. He had such a down year last year. Like, oh my God. Like honestly, like man, dude, that World Baseball Classic, man, that got him going, and thank God for that. Like because like he has carried it over into this year, man. Like he is just
Mm.
absolutely a monster at the like top of the order, one
Oh yeah.
spot, two spot, wherever he's at, he will be hitting
I
pitches,
think when you think of like players like Verdugo,
especially
who
against
got
Michael Waka,
yeah,
Sunday night going for the
Walker's
Padres.
not exactly a good pitcher. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, with Verdugo, I mean, you think of Verdugo, he came from the Dodgers organization, constantly winning games. They constantly have 40, 50,000 fans at their ballpark.
Yeah, that was a
And it goes
ballsy
through teams. Now,
trade
listen, the
too.
Red Sox obviously have an excellent fan base as well, constantly packing Fenway Park. But the Red Sox haven't exactly been a great team the past couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Even going to the World Baseball Classic, playing for his home country. Well, I think it might have been one of his parents, but playing for his country, having some Jews playoff like atmosphere, that's really,
that got him going, man. I
yeah,
think so. I think
exactly.
that boosts his confidence.
And for Sunday, I'm going with Manny Machado against the Red Sox. I
Man,
believe the probable pitcher for the Red Sox on Sunday is going to be Chris Sale. Man, Manny Machado, he needs to start getting going, but hey, I believe in him. You look at the back of the baseball card, great numbers
the
year after year.
Padres too also like believe in him too after that massive extension they gave him this year.
Oh,
Again, the year, man, like, oh my God, why couldn't
yeah. Yeah,
this?
$300+ million extension there.
Jerry, pay for a superstar.
No,
Please.
no, we don't
Oh
get
my
that.
God.
His worth.
I don't even want to get into that. Like, it's been
Yeah,
such a disappointing year for us as as
as
White
White
Sox
Sox
fans.
fans.
Yeah, I mean, man, please, somebody just get Jerry Rice out of Chicago, Illinois. Like, please.
Yeah, for real. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, who we happened to luck into in the third overall pick there,
I would take
he
it
would
though.
have
I
what,
mean,
one
like, just for
championship? Oh
just
yeah,
for you know, history purposes, I like to
right.
take it.
But if it
He,
wasn't for Jordan, Ryan Zerf would not be a really successful owner.
or the 2005 Sox that went on
Yeah,
to have a perfect year, basically. Like
yeah, that
everything
was a
went right.
magical year. Coast to coast,
Kind of
first place.
TBH. It kind of reminded me of 2021 a little bit. Like
Yeah.
last case like scenario. Eloy went
To
down.
me, you know
Ruiz
what
went
team
down. Players
feels like
stepped
that
up.
this year? Although, I mean, they've had so many pitching injuries now as the Tampa Bay Rays. It's like everyone is
Oh
just
yeah,
breaking
Tampa
out.
Bay's
It's like
having
the
a
lineup up
perfect
and
year.
down. I mean,
One of the closest teams in all of
the
baseball.
worst hitters in their lineup is like Christian Bethancourt and Jose Sierra, and they're like league average hitters right now, or
Yeah,
like even above. I mean,
yeah.
that's just crazy.
I mean, like, dude, like even even Francisco
Mejia.
Mejia. I checked today. He has like average, like a tiny bit below average OPS maybe, but it's like a second string catcher.
Oh yeah,
So
exactly.
like it's
Hey,
insane.
getting that slightly below average from the catcher offensively, and that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
The Rays will sign up for that. All right, and let's get into our last portion here, the home run pick of the week. Who do you got for the home run pick of the week?
Cubbies fans, please turn your heads away now. Jorge Soler, man, he has been demolishing baseballs against my Diamondbacks. Unfortunately, it had to be against majority like over this past week. But man, this guy has woken up and like he is just taking that stuff and like basically just like hitting it completely out of the park. I mean, like concourse level pass.
White Tower Power. That's what he's away for.
Yep, exactly. So for my pick, Jorge Soler against the San Francisco Giants, Alex Wood, left-handed pitcher, home run, gives up a lot of home runs.
Yeah, you got that platoon advantage for Jorge Soler left against the righty.
Yeah. So look for that
It's going to be a great game
Sunday
in San
afternoon.
Francisco.
Look for that
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon. That pull power to left
One thing
field.
you mentioned Soler being on the Cubs. To me, Jorge Soler is everything that the White Sox want out of Eloy Jimenez. If Eloy was staying on the field, elevating the ball like Soler does,
Eloy
hitting
was hitting the ball
320s,
so well, man, before
that's
his
what
unfortunate
that's kind of what the
appendectomy
White Sox
surgery.
want is a guy that's going to hit 40 homers a year, and Eloy just hasn't been able to stay on the field. But anyways, my home run pick of the week is going to be the great Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on Wednesday night against probably the AL Cy Young favorite Garrett Cole, who finally gave up his first couple of home runs. It was against the Rays. It was against those bottom of the order hitters. I believe the first homer he gave up was, I think, to like Francisco Mejia or Christian
Yeah,
Bethancourt, the bot like
that
number nine
definitely
hitters of the
like
Rays.
woke
But
him up to reality.
in his career, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has gotten Garrett Cole twice, hit the ball over the fence. He's got a 357 average in his career against Garrett Cole. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is my home run pick on Wednesday.
Actually, actually, we should talk about Vladimir Guerrero. Man, he was my home run pick to begin the season. Oops, yeah. Sorry, cuss spider. Um, but anyway, though, Vladimir Guerrero was my home run leader pick to begin the season this year, and man, like he has not disappointed so far. But hopefully, he comes back and takes the lead in the home run race this year. Because man, I could be I could be one rich man if he hits this year.
You see, I think Jose Abreu might catch him, huh? Mr. Zero home runs.
Man,
Oh man, will he ever hit a home run?
the question is
What do you think the over under would be right now on Jose Abreu home runs?
for this year, or like,
Yeah,
will he like?
rest of the season. What's the over under in home
Dude,
runs?
I don't think
How
like
how low are
you
we
call me
going?
crazy, but I think he's hitting six,
Four and a
7
half?
home runs.
4.5?
Oh
I
yeah,
think I might set it in 4.5 at the moment.
I think
I mean, I
six
don't know
point
if I have
five
any
is a
faith.
good level.
And this is a guy who was probably my favorite White Sox player of all time growing up. I mean, he's been a franchise, probably the best White Sox player this century. I mean,
He's a
Konerko was
traitor.
really good too, but Brady's just been a beast.
He's a traitor.
He's won the MVP award in 2020
He
season.
he he will always be a traitor to me and a lot of other White Sox
Not me, man.
fans for
We still
going to
love Brady. I
Houston.
gave him the standing ovation. Any closing remarks that you have? Any other statements you want to make?
Um, uh, I just gotta say, wait. I did want to make a point. Who has like really who has like really like surprised you this year, good or like bad teams wise?
Good or bad teams wise?
Like who's been
Me.
like you're like surprised, like like good team this year,
I'm
who's
gonna
been
say
like bad
I would have said the Pirates early, but I think the Pirates have kind of come back down to earth. So to me, the obvious one was a game that I was watching earlier, the Orioles and the Angels. Angels did end up beating the Orioles, but the Orioles, when I look at that team, you look at Kyle
They're built
Gibson.
well
Kyle
though.
Gibson is
They're
their
built like
number one
so well
pitcher.
though, man.
They
Offensively,
don't have See, offensively, they don't have like
they got hot
superstar
ball.
hitters, but they do have like some competent offensive players. Like
They
obviously,
got
Adley Rutschman's a really good
a
hitter.
lot of
Cedric
pop.
Mullins,
Jorge Mateo, his pop
Corey
for a
Mateo.
shortstop is like
Mateo is starting to slow down a little. To me, though, I mean, you look at two like with the Orioles last year, their bullpen was so amazing, and Felix Bautista has been really good again. And then all of a sudden, here comes Yanier Cano, who has a 0 ERA right now. Has
still
only given him like 3 hits in like almost 20 innings, I think.
still 0 year.
Yeah, and then when we're talking about disappointing teams, I mean, clearly it's got to be either the Cardinals or the White Sox. I'll go with Cardinals. I think most people nationally thought that the White Sox would probably be about the
Average.
third best team in the AL Central. But the Cardinals, I mean, I think most people, 70-80% of people probably picked them to win the division.
Yes, including
Uh,
me. And
yeah, I mean, we both had them as division winners coming into the year.
I repicked them too to win the
I
Central
repicked
because
it. I put money on them
I
about a
still
week
like
ago.
believe in them, man. Like it's we still got like
I mean, let's look at their.
we still got 120 left to play around there. Like
I
I'm
mean, if you look at their run differential, now listen, today here on Monday they just beat the Brewers 18-1.
and they killed the Red Sox on primetime TV last night at ESPN. Nolan Arenado, I think, might have woken up, and like
But
that's a scary sight to
right
see.
now after the win, they're only 6.5 games back. You know that the Cardinals are going to trade for some pitching. They have a lot of outfielders.
Lucas
They have
Giolito.
Jordan Walker right now, the number one overall prospect in the game in AAA. They have all these guys like Dylan Carlson and Tyler O'Neill and Alec Burleson and Lars Nootbaar in the outfield. They have plenty of guys that they could trade. They have a good farm system. They're going to get some starting pitching this year. And remember, the Cardinals are always built around defense, and they have
Yeah,
really good infield defense. Arenado,
and
Tommy Edman,
pitching too mostly.
Goldschmidt. Usually pitching, I would say, but
This year's kind of been a disappointing season.
for this year, it's been more about how their offense and
Oh yeah, their offense still.
way too much pressure has been put on the Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, I mean, but like for me, man, Nolan Gorman's a baller. Like
Yeah,
he
he's really
he's
broken
gonna
out
be
this year so far.
he's gonna be like in like the next 2 3 years, I could like see him like becoming like a top 20 MLB player. Even.
He's a
Top 20,
force of
top 50.
offensive player. I remember in 2018, no, 2019. Yeah, it was the year before the pandemic. I went down to South Bend, where the South Bend Cubs play the low A ball team for
Yeah,
the Cubs, and they were hosting the All Star game and Home Run Derby. And the finals, not the finals, but the two guys that were in the Home Run Derby were Nolan Gorman and Alec Thomas. And it was funny, that Alec Thomas is not really a home run hitter. Even at the time, he wasn't
I
a
mean
real
he's got
huge
some
home run
pop
hitter.
though.
He
Like
does have some pop, but Gorman was in it. And actually, Alec Thomas ended up making it to the finals in that home run derby. Ended up losing to a guy named Chris Betts, who hasn't made the major leagues or anything. But I mean, Gorman being in home run derbies, that's kind of what you expect. He's a guy that actually might be able to make the home run derby this year in Major League Baseball.
yeah, I believe the same thing. Yep.
Any other comments you want to make before we close it out?
I do want to say I want to give a shout out to my Diamondbacks, man. Like, oh my God, bro, it has been so awesome to watch this year, man. This organization, man, has gone from having like like playoff caliber team from like 2013, 2016, like like
Hmm.
those like
The
you
Archie
know
Bradley triple
AJ
game.
Pollock teams, those like
All I remember with D-backs playoffs is that Archie Bradley triple.
AJ Pollock, the Chris Young teams, all those teams, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goldie when Goldie was
when Goldie was
Mr.
still ranking
Diamondback.
there, yeah, man, Goldie, man. Oh, man.
Zach, and then they had Zach Greinke there for a while, and then they brought in Madison Bumgarner, whose career is probably over now. The
Yeah,
great postseason legend. Mason Saunders is his rodeo name. The great Mason Saunders,
yeah,
Madison Bumgarner.
but man, dude, these Arizona Diamondbacks are young. They're quick. They play
They're all
defense.
about speed and
They can
defense.
hit, and yeah, man, like
They need it. They need more pitching though
they,
behind Zach Gallen. I mean, that starting
I
pitching
do
isn't
believe it.
very good.
Yeah,
The bullpen is not good at whatsoever. I mean, they have Andrew
Andrew
Chafin.
Chaflin's having
Other
a
than that,
decent year, but what's the coach's name? Like Joe Henson.
oh, Mantiply last year, the lone all-star of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he was
He's like a
great last
lefty.
year.
He's
I
more of a
mean,
lefty
he's
guy
having
than
an
a lefty,
okay
but he
year
puts it
this
up.
year. He's not bad.
Yeah, they'll definitely need some more like power stuff in that bullpen.
I think like for me, like besides Kelly and Gallon, man, we need some pitching. I mean, Tommy,
Tommy Henry,
yep, Tommy Henry is going to be really good, but it's
and
gonna
then
take.
Brandon Fox is up
Yeah,
too, and
yeah,
he's
Brandon
never
Pfaadt
bad.
too. Like like those guys in like a few years, I believe in them. But like like for like this year though, if we're like trying to like make the playoffs, like come come like All Star break trade deadline, we need to add at least two starters. I think
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see that starting pitching market. A lot of the White Sox pitchers probably
more
Winner
than half of our
Giolito, maybe
rotation will
even
be
Cease.
available.
Eduardo Rodriguez we talked about earlier. He's been off to a hot start.
I'm sorry,
He'll
but
likely be on the shelf.
as a Sox fan, I still cannot picture Cease on like another MLB team.
Yeah, at the moment, you wonder if the White Sox.
I want them to
It
give an
really depends on
extension.
what direction the White Sox want to do. If they want to stay back down all the way, if they
No,
want to do like
we
a one to
that's
two
what I
year
think we should
plan.
do, man. Retool, trade, like trade like trade like people like trade people like Tim Anderson
Tim Anderson.
like maybe like
What are the odds on Tim Anderson being a Dodger? Is it like a negative 1 million? I mean,
I
they
mean
need a
see
shortstop.
I could picture what's that NL East team Braves maybe in a trading for him too.
Yeah, they do have Orlando Arcia though. He's been
But
really,
like
really good
dude,
this year.
Vaughn Grissom to the Sox, that'd be kind of cool.
They could, yeah. I mean, it depends. Like
Grissom
if
and
there's
Colson
injuries
Montgomery controlling like the
or if Arcia
middle of the
regresses.
infield though, like in
Yeah,
the future, that'd be kind of cool to see. But yeah, Timmy to either LA or the Braves, I think would be the move. And then we got Yasmani Grandal, who could be a trade candidate. The way
yeah. Maybe the
he's been like
Cardinals
performing this year, like
or the Padres.
he's back, man. Grandal's for real post injury. And then maybe guys like Lance Lynn, if Lynn can start like
Let's come back
performing
to the Cardinals.
right on a consistent basis, I could see that happening. Or back to the Rangers even maybe.
Yeah,
But I could see guys like him and Giolito, maybe even Clevenger if if
if there's
like
some potential
Clevenger
value to him.
if Clevenger has like a
You know what
sub-40
team
or
I could
whatever,
see
it's gonna be
trading for
intriguing.
Clevenger?
Well,
The Tampa Bay Rays, and watch him just to have like an amazing second half. I
I
mean,
could definitely picture
Mike
that.
Clevenger was like a signing candidate.
Yeah,
Before he had that Tommy John surgery to
always
start the
killed us on
development.
Cleveland, man.
I
Always
mean, he
killed
had
us on
so many
Cleveland.
hits back in the day, like
Yeah,
just 5 years ago.
yeah, no, but yeah. So also our bullpen with guys like Kelly and Kendall Grayman, we'll look to trade those guys for some probably some like prospects,
Yeah.
younger MLB players as well.
Hmm.
Hopefully, we could just we could like retool from like the we could retool from the trade deadline, free agency, and all that, and hopefully become at least average, above average team next year.
Definitely. Hopefully so. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know if you could trust that organization.
yeah. As long as Jerry fucking Reinsdorf's there and Rick Hahn, I don't know, man. We'll see. But anyway, Do you
It's
have
been
anything else to say?
no, I think it's been a good time though. First podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been a great time, man.
Make
Talking
sure
to
to
you.
like and
Yeah.
subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna put our Twitter handle, our we got
IG handle.
Instagram, all
Maybe.
that stuff on
Yeah.
there. TikTok, because we got a TikTok. We
YouTube
don't have one.
channel. We'll link that up.
Put it in the description below.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, it's been a blast. Thank you everyone. Take care. Have
Go
a good
Arizona,
week.
go Arizona Diamondbacks, baby.
Go Dodgers.